Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Peterson alone in the backfield. He'll get the football here. Bulldozes past him. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Play action, it's Taylor. Backing up. And he slings one that's incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. It's brought in by Bolden. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Being chased out left. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Here's Smith. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 1st down, Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Surveying the field. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you would.
Oh, I like it.
Now Smith. And Tate's got it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They go with Murray again. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Carpenter knocks it through, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out. Now Taylor. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now a give to Peterson running left. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Again, Peterson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. From midfield now, here's Taylor. Finding time. And his throw here is incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Taylor. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now it's Smith. He's got time in the pocket. And no retirement here. The first catch for Steve Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. Throwing on third down, Smith. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
And none whatsoever. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Peterson alone in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Peterson gets the call running left. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. Deep drop. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him with his first sack. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So far, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Defense showing blitz. On 1st and 10, Smith. And it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He's got time. Look at the time. He's going to sling this deep this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremont Williams. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Play action. Now Taylor. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
To throw is Taylor. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Not only was that a 3 and out, it was their 3rd straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'm guaranteeing he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guy.
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From midfield now, here's Taylor. Surveying the field, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
On 3rd down, Taylor. It's brought in by Bolden. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Let's go!
They go play action here on 1st down. Finding time. This will be caught at about the 3. A big play there for the Dolphins. 30 yards.
Here we go. 1-9.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. Here's Peterson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. And now they're in the hurry-up. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Adrian Peterson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Short kick here. Fielded about the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Let's put our attention here now on the Dolphins' defense. Got that fumble recovery last time when it looked like they might give up points. It actually ended up yielding points for them on the offensive end.
It's a pretty good swing, isn't it? Maybe you're going to give up a touchdown. Instead, you score a touchdown. Great swing. Great momentum changer for your team.
And they'll be looking to build off that momentum on this drive. Oh, what a move. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, here's Smith. Pass incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's third and short.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want
Latavius Murray, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. New England. Latavius Murray, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And it's up and good to extend the lead to 13-6. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He juked him. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Holding. Defense.
So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
You get outside of 5 yards downfield and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Holding. Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
Peterson alone in the backfield. Taylor will throw. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And it's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Come on, let's go. Right at 38. Right at 38.
Play action. It's Taylor. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got some space here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Now you understand why part of Tyrod Taylor's nickname is mobile. He led the AFC quarterbacks in rushing in 2015, and anyone who thought that he couldn't beat him with his legs, they found out differently.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Taylor on 1st down. And here the hook up good to Victor Cruz. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Three quarters in the books. We're back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Another reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. You got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Come on, let's go.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And that is incomplete here. Out of the backfield, Adrian Peterson was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, though, give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, Taylor forced out to his left. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Vernon Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And Pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. But they've got him in the rotation now. And it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you. And it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start. But he's found a way so far here in the second half.
Now Smith. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. He won't go down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it now out of the gun. So from the 40 to the 45, 5-yard run. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Again, it's Murray. Oh, spinning away. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. This is Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. This is caught inside the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass, because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. That was second down run for Murray. And able to push his way. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They come out here in the eye. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Carpenter knocks it through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
Complete here to the right to Golden. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football.
Just a bunch of poor boys, daddies, girls, children of the cornfield, trying to turn a shift job into a dollar bill. We wear the muddy boots, stay true to how we're raised. Ain't nothing about us fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty South, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Just a bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to some old hang. Nothing been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. It's the kind of thing
Scouting points are earned every week. Make sure you use all of your points. A portion of your remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Whistling at them from the country, yes sir. You know it's straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money. Got them signed up pickup trucks whistling at them from the country, yes sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight. Don't make me beg, don't make me wait. I need to hold in the darkness of the night. And when I say, show me my place, you are my shelter, baby, let me feel your light. One foot in a deep revival, another one going in the fire. Only one that can save me now is you. Healing, oh, I need a healing. I can feel it now, I can feel it now. Got to get it up now. Healing, oh, I need a healing. I can feel it now, I can feel it now. Got to get it up now. This aching pain